Today it's about the destruction of the internet. I reveal to you an extraordinary vision of Archangel Michael, who is known as the protector of balance and warrior of the heavenly realms, and potentially combat the uncontrollable forces of the digital age in a dramatic turn. This video is a must for those connected to the spiritual world, but also the techniques. It is important to understand that this message refers only to the negative part of the internet, like, for example, data collection, control, propaganda, or pornography. Archangel Michael says that this negative part cannot remain like this, because if the bad outweighs the good, the divine order is out of balance. This video is not meant to scare, but to educate and support. The positive features of the internet, such as networking, social interaction, spiritual exchange, further education, and spreading of the light, they remain preserved and continue to be strengthened by the spiritual world. There is only one who forgets nothing, and that is God. There is only one who has created us all, the beings on earth, the universe, the other planets, the other beings in the universe. All of this was created by God. And the divine order implies that God never forgets, that God knows everything, and there is a mechanism for people. People are subject to repression and forgetting. People can forget and should also forget, because this ability to forget brings people together and they can forgive each other. And this is very important, this forgiving and forgetting. This creates harmony and love is restored, is neutral together. If that falls away, if people can always remember everything, it contradicts the divine order and we would be constantly at war. And the spiritual world is always watching the earth. What's the balance? Archangel Michael is responsible for the balance. And when something no longer conforms to the divine order, it becomes active. This means, and it is also written in many books, in the old knowledge books, for example, Bible or Quran, it states that the divine order is the basis for our life here. And as soon as this divine order gets out of balance, must even be intervened. Man, speak the spiritual beings, or God will not allow this. Besides the internet, what has come out of balance, because there is always everything there, is there still a point? This is the plastic. So the plastic is throwing our entire earth off balance because it doesn't pass. If you now, for example, eating fish for a month from the sea, seafood, fish, then you'd have the amount of a credit card in your stomach if you ate all this plastic, that it isn't good. It's clear, isn't it? Because it doesn't rot, it stays in your body. And this microplastics or nanoplastics, we find that in seafood, fish, and other sea animals. Maybe you're now saying, no problem, I'm a vegetarian or vegan. Then I tell you, be careful when you drink water. Also there, and bottled water may also contain microplastic particles. In salt, you probably know this, there are many microplastic pieces in sea salt, and also, and now pay attention, in beer. Due to the water source and the brewing process, beer can also contain microplastics. Or in honey and sugar, also there, and that comes from the air pollution of microplastic particles. Those that are there in the honey with the bees can nestle in, that God will intervene here too. And there are bacteria. There are new bacteria that eat these plastic parts. I made a picture for you to look at. It's hard to pronounce. They're called Ideonella zacchaensis, for example, or Pseudomonas sp, or Aspergillus tubangensis, or Bacillus sp. These are the names of the first bacteria that were discovered, which God created to eat this plastic stuff. Everything that brings a lot of bad to the world will eventually pass away because it corresponds to divine order. Plastic has been around since 1907. So 117 years, it used to be called bakelite, and this bakelite still exists. Even with cars, you have to carefully consider how much good they bring, how much bad they bring. The first car came in 1885 from Carl Benz. That was 139 years ago. And all that together, what's happening right now on Earth, these are just two examples. Feel free to comment under the video. Let's bring up other examples that are not in the divine order. We will look at it together. Everything that is out of order will be put right by the spiritual world. And if you think about these 100 years, 117 or 130 years, where the plastic is now, or where the cars are, that's less than a second for the spiritual world if you were to compare it in terms of time. This means that when something like this happens, it will happen for us in a short time, in a very short time, which we might not be able to understand at that moment. You can look forward to the message that I will give you from Archangel Michael. And I must also tell you there is phase 2 from Smaranaa, from the Pleiades school soon, because the Pleiades have also developed important technologies to support this balance. We are in the hot phase 2. Everything has changed since this year. I will make a special video about it. You can find links under the video, have a look around. And if you're perhaps considering now, what important role could you play in all of this? How can you contribute? What can you do about it? Then there is a free test from us on the website, where you can find your spiritual destiny fields and then know in this field I can act. These are my attachments. This link is also under the video. And now I'm looking forward to the message I'm going to give you. And I'm already saying goodbye to you guys, because we're going to let the music play a little longer, just to be able to provide the energies even longer by Archangel Michael. I wish you a lot of joy with it. See you next time. And if you always receive such important messages, if you want to get it, you should definitely subscribe to my channel and also activate the bell so you will be immediately informed when a new video comes out. I enter this room in the order of the heavens with the light which maintains everything, and it shines. I recognize Archangel Michael. I recognize the imbalance of the obstructive aspects on earth, what does not conform to the divine order. And so I came today to support you in becoming even more powerful so that you are prepared when the spiritual world will intervene. We are servants of God, we the angelic beings, and we follow what God commands us. And so I am very attentive at the moment to maintain the divine order, and there are a discrepancy that makes me very vigilant. And this is the natural balance of forgetting and forgiving. This balance is disturbed. And dear humans, I tell you to restore this balance. Mother Earth will coordinate with divine intelligence and the highest, connect, love, and react accordingly. And dear people, I have to tell you, it's very important to me that you're doing well, and it's very close to my heart that the earth is doing well. And this can only be if you all turns to divine love. And this begins with you helping each other, supporting each other, and being there for each other. And I know that each one of you feels this in his heart now. And that gives me in return strength and joy to serve further. And so I would like to, if you allow it, restoring divine balance within yourself. And if you allow it, then put your hands on your heart now. I see your hand movement and will act for you. And thus my love and my light flow through your hands into your hearts. It cleanses your thought processes, your emotions. It restores balance within you. This my highlight that is full of love for you. And what I lovingly give you. And so you let a little time pass and surrender yourself. Permit with you to let you fall so deep, how it is possible, because then the energies of balance. Restore your inner balance. They will you strengthen and fortify. And so I give you some time now, and during this time I transmit to you all the energies that are present at this moment, right, important and good for you. And so it happened. Old things that no longer belong to you have been removed. The energies of forgiveness and pardoning have been intensified, so that you are able to encounter your fellow human beings with love and respect, everyone as they are. Because every person has taken on a task, and so I see your soul exhale, and again strengthened. You lift your head, and now stand before me in full dignity. You stand in yours. Original state of your soul in your fullest power before me. And this power, it will accompany you and encourage you to continue on your path. And so be assured that I'm by your side, and you can always call me when you need me. And so you may move your hands again. Detach from the heart. Valuable energies have been transferred, and I'm full of confidence that everything will be fine. And so I send you my love and my light. Archangel Michael is with you.